Okay, everybody, let's welcome the captain of Legion 13, John Rahm, and the newest addition to LIV Golf, Tom McKibbin. Welcome, guys. Tom, I got to start with you. What a way to show up for your first round of golf with LIV. You had an incredible day. I believe you had a bogey-free round of 7 under, including an eagle. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your round?
Yeah, very, very solid. As you said, bogey-free. Kept the ball in front of me and out of the waist area most of the time. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was something different under the lights and the music. And yeah, it was a pretty awesome first day.
John, you also had a great round of 5 under today. First, I want to hear about your round, but then I just want to hear about how proud you are of Tom.
I mean, as it stands right now, I'm dragging the team a little bit with the 5 under. It's an incredible round by all of us, right? To have 2 6-unders, myself and Tom playing this good. I was very aware of his talent. I hadn't seen it on the golf course live yet, but Monday and Tuesday it was very apparent of how good at golf he is and how high his ceiling really is. Not to put a lot of pressure on him, because this week, it was his first LIV week. He had never seen the warm up. He'd never been a part of the shotgun, the music, and especially being at night under the lights is something new for all of us. So I wouldn't have been surprised or blamed him if he didn't have a good day and he comes in and takes advantage of the opportunity. So thrilled with how great he's playing and thrilled with how well Caleb played today. Very happy that he's starting the year off strong. And I myself played good, made some mistakes along the way, but fixed most of them. I'm very happy with my round. If anything, I'll just say the last 4 holes, not taking advantage of any of them was maybe the mistake. But yeah, thrilled with how I played, and hopefully I can just keep cleaning up those mistakes and keep playing better throughout the week.
Tom, John just touched on everything was new for you today, right? New warm-up routine, shotgun start, under the lights, playing on a team. How did all of that factor into your day? Did you have nerves on the first tee? Tell us everything.
Yeah, it was obviously very different. The warm-up I've never experienced before, and it was definitely a different experience. But yeah, I wouldn't really say I was too nervous. I was probably more anxious and not sure about how it was going to go, especially with playing at night, something that none of us have ever really experienced. But I think sort of being able to get that out of the way today and know what's sort of coming for the next couple of days is good. As I said, it was something very different, but something I'm very pleased that it didn't really affect me too much.
And what was your favorite part of the LIV experience?
I really liked the music. I think the music was super cool. And then that halftime show was standing on the 4th tee watching that was pretty awesome. I think all of us in the group really enjoyed that.
So a little birdie told me that you might live in Dubai, which might have some lighted golf courses that you might have practiced on to prepare for this week. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, where I play back in Dubai at Trump is a fully night golf course, and everything's under the lights. So last week I pretty much spent every day up there playing at night, trying to get used to what it would maybe feel like this week.
And how did you think that helped you prepare, like, for this week, and why you shot so low?
Maybe it wasn't really that much of a shock when I came here. I sort of knew what to expect and sort of knew where I maybe struggled or was able to improve on quickly, just sort of knowing from last week. And yeah, definitely I'd say didn't make me feel too unfamiliar with it.
And John, tell us about your first experience playing a professional round of golf under the lights. How would you summarize it for us?
I was able to practice a little bit at home before I came here, so it wasn't entirely new. It was just a par 3 course, so longest shot was about 180 yards. Definitely a little different when you're hitting tee shots, that far distance where you can almost kind of lose sight of the ball a little bit. But for the most part, we've had enough days, right? 3 practice days to get used to it, and I actually thought it was extremely fun. Just looking behind you in the TV and seeing not right now, but seeing the highlights of how it looks from the top, I think is extremely cool. I think it's so unique, and I've been looking forward to it for a long time, and in my mind, it hasn't disappointed. Like it's a very unusual experience, but it was extremely fun, and I hope this is something that we can continue to do and continue to improve upon, because I think we have something here.
Your team, you alluded to earlier, everyone played well today. You shot 24 under. You guys stormed onto the scene and made a statement for your first round at LIV. What do you guys have to do to keep the momentum going this weekend? And do you think everyone's looking at you guys as a major threat now?
Well, more of the same. More birdies, no bogeys. It's simple and complicated at the same time, right? I wouldn't expect, I don't have the spectators out there think that we're going to play every single round like this. I wish. It's just not going to happen. But I think with the new format of all 4 rounds counted, I do think that it suits a team like ours, right? I think we're consistently really good players, and I'm hoping it, what's on paper also shows on the golf course.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
John, were you surprised that the scores were so low, not just on your team, but overall for the field? There were less than half, or more than half the field had a 1 bogey or less.
Yes and no. I can see it. There's not a lot of rough out there, and to hit it in the desert, there's some holes where you can do it, but for the most part, it needs to be quite an errant tee shot, and it's not the longest golf course, and the greens are receptive, right? So no rough, soft greens is usually a recipe for really low scores, no matter any other condition, right? And if you add the fact that we really didn't have any wind, yeah, you should expect low scores like that, right? So if we start getting maybe some wind or some speed and firmness for the greens, I think you can see the golf course show some teeth. But besides that, it's a week that I think we were all fully aware that you're going to have to go low.
And you said on the broadcast that you were a bit surprised that you were the only team that went after Tom.
Yeah, I mean, he expressed his interest to join LIV, and as far as I know, there wasn't any teams trying to outbid anybody. So I don't know if that was the case, or if it was him saying I don't want to go anywhere else, or what the situation. But I thought he would be a a prize player. So I'm happy we got him.
Tom, did you? Was it only going to be Legion 13?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the only ones I spoke to. So yeah, I'm very, very happy I'm here. So thanks. Thanks, John.
And just one last thing. You said that there were never any nerves, but did you look at the leaderboard, or did you were thinking about what the other guys were doing? Because that's part of the experience out here. Is obviously you're curious about the other guys on the team too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's leaderboards out there most holes, and yeah, I definitely showed great interest in the team scores. I seen that we were at the top most of the day, and I just wanted to try and keep making birdies. I seen everyone else was making birdies, and when I joined the team, John said just never give up and always trying to shoot the best scores possible. So I was always trying to fight to shoot one less score than I maybe would have if I'd just sort of not dropped a little bit of concentration or something. So just always trying to push to the end.
You were determined to beat John today?
No, not really. I mean, probably a little bit, but I'm just trying to go out there and shoot the best score I could.
All right, thanks.
I certainly didn't want to be last on the scoring.
Okay, open it up to media. Raise your hand if anyone has a question. Oh.
مساء الخير، نرحب فيكم بليف جولف رياض. معكم الإعلامية ربيع الحربي من مجموعة الغد الإعلامية الوطني نيوز. حابة أسألكم بس عن انطباعكم عن هذه البطولة، كيف كان مستواها وكيف تجربتكم في هذه البطولة.
Hello guys, so this is Rabia. She welcomes you first here to the kingdom back again, and she would like to hear from you guys about your experience overall. I know you touched on it with Jane here, but she wants to hear from you about your first day overall.
First, like Riyadh overall, or the event?
First Riyadh overall.
Okay, I had never been here before, so some players had. Very pleasantly surprised. I didn't realize how big and developed the city was, and how much there is to do. Unfortunately, with this different schedule in a tournament, we don't have the free afternoons we usually have to go and explore, and in the mornings you don't always have the option to go sightsee because things are not usually that open. So I haven't seen as much of the city as I would like. I did convince him to go watch a football game on Monday, so at least we got to see Ronaldo and see the local team and see him win. But besides that, we haven't really left the hotel too much, just because we have to be here most of the afternoon. But hopefully next time when we have a better lay of the land, we can experience the city a little bit more, maybe venture out to some restaurants. But overall, it's been great. You know, the hospitality has been great, and the only thing I would say that everybody would say is that I wish the traffic was a little bit less, but a little bit more consistent at least, so we know how long it will take to get to the golf course. But besides that, it's been a pleasant week.
Tom, can you add to that?
Yeah, very similar to what John said. I'd never been here before, and somewhere I was very excited to come to. Again, haven't really got the venture out too much. We went to the football game on Monday night, which was a lot of fun and really cool to watch that. But no, everyone's been super welcoming and very nice, and I look forward to coming back a lot more in the future.
Great. Any other questions back there?
Yes, here. محمد الجليحي صحيفة البلاد، أهنئكم بنتائج اليوم الأول، بداية قوية، بداية ناجحة بشكل قوي. السؤال: كيف شفت المنافسات في اليوم الأول مع الفرق الأخرى؟ بداية جادة لأول دوري أو لأول جولة في الدوري، كيف شفت المنافسة في هذا اليوم؟ شكرا.
This is Mohammed Jalehi from Bilad newspaper. He congratulates you guys on the performance today as a team, and would love to hear from you about your thoughts on the team side of things, the competition, in terms of how you guys are going to see it through, and who do you think is going to pose the most threat as a team?
Yeah, I guess. We've only played one round of, well, I've only ever played one round of team sort of golf like this, and something that I thought was pretty cool, and always trying to shoot the best score possible. Looking at the leaderboard and seeing the guys going low as well, definitely motivated me to go lower. And yeah, as to who I think will be close to us, I don't know who else is up there, so I'm not too sure, but I feel like any of those teams can go out and have a day like we have had today. So I think we'll have to try and keep making more birdies and no bogeys.
I think a very large number of players that are playing LIV Golf is because of the team aspect of things. Is what I found the most enticing and the most entertaining. I think being part of a team almost my whole life, even including in golf, I thought it was really fun. Some of my most fond memories in golf were related to a team sport and not always necessarily related to a win. So it was something that for me was very, very special, and it has been so far last year and so far this beginning of a year, which is only going to get better once Tom gets to know all of us and we get to know him a little bit better. And then the opposition, it's always hard to say. It's very early. We had a fantastic day today. I hope we can keep this level of golf, but anybody out there can be a danger, right? And I think I could start naming off almost every team and give you a reason why I think they're really, really going to be a challenge. So I'm not going to name any names right now, but I'll think anybody has a chance to win any given day.
Okay, another one.
أهلا جميعا. بما أننا الحين معكم منى التميمي من ألف ألف. بما أننا في بطولة ليف، فأنا حابة أرجع معاكم للحظة إعلان الاندماج بين PGA وليف. كيف تلقيتوا الخبر وكيف شايفين الشكل الجديد اللي مختلف عن المعتاد عليه والتقليدي في بطولة PGA؟ شكرا.
Okay, so this is Muna. She would love to hear from you, John, in terms of joining LIV. Ever since you joined, you've been putting on a great show, great performances. How do you feel overall ever since joining and becoming part of the LIV league?
It's been a lot of fun. Obviously not the easiest transition, right? For me, luckily, I gave myself enough time compared to other players to deal with the possible media backlash and then get focused on the season. We had a lot of work to do, getting the team together and get a team ready and an idea and a model behind what we wanted to name, right, everything. But once the season started, it was just golf, and it's been a lot of fun, right? I think, especially in the U.S. where I play most of my golf, is going more towards a more relaxed atmosphere, a little bit louder, right? Music on the golf carts, music on the ranges, right? People are having drinks, so it wasn't entirely too different to what I had experienced, right? And I think it's a very fun atmosphere, not only for us, but when the spectators come, right? It's very different. They have the music out there. They can be a little bit more engaged with all of us, and I think is what makes it so special. And so far, season 2 is starting off in a great way as well. I had a lot of fun today. Besides golf, I thought it was quite unique. Very intriguing to be out there and under the lights and just see how it is, and it hasn't disappointed. It's been a lot of fun.
Anyone else? Another one back there?
Yes. Hi, this is Sandra from NBC. First of all, congratulations and welcome to Riyadh. And I know a lot of people say that golf isn't a sport. Obviously, it is. But what would you tell these people? What do you think makes golf a sport?
Have you ever thought about that?
Not really. No, I guess that
We're prime examples of peak male athleticism right here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Maybe it isn't a sport. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that we probably just train very hard like other athletes. We try and look after ourselves the best we can, and we're always sort of looking for that 1% to get better. I think golfers are never really satisfied, and we're always trying to push to get better. I think it for people like us, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of training that goes into it, which to me would make that a sport. Maybe if you just play once a week and walk around, maybe not, but I think there's a lot of hard work that goes in there and a lot of hours to say it's not a sport.
I think he touched a lot of points there, but it's also a level of skill in athleticism you need to have to be able to move your body in a certain way to hit a golf ball over 300 yards accurately, right? I think there's a lot of moving parts that go into the game of golf. You need to have you actually need to have a very good understanding of your body, a very good understanding what your hands are doing at all times. A hand-eye coordination is very much needed because unlike any other sport, the ball's not moving. So it's all up to what you're doing, right? What you do is completely deterministic with what the ball is going to do. So all of that needs to be developed with enough repetition, right? Maybe we're not running, maybe we're not jumping, maybe you don't need to physically do all those things very well, but there's certain turns and certain rotations, certain sequences, hand movements that you need to be very precise at to be able to accomplish what we're accomplishing. So maybe we're not doing the same physical effort in a sport, but mentally I will put it up there with a lot of them, and maybe the smaller physical, more detailed physical skills as well. There's a lot that goes into it.
Thank you.
Okay, last one. Oh, yeah. Good? Okay, you guys go eat. Congratulations, great job. We hope to see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you.